Hello everyone, this is Data 698 research project presentation. I, Mahmoud Hassan Al Raji, worked on this project. So here is the project title, Forecasting Air Quality in terms of Air Quality Index in New York City using historical PM 2.5 concentrations. So in this project, I have used time series and machine learning models for air quality forecasting. So here is some background and motivation for this project. As you know that New York City's air quality depends heavily on PM 2.5 and the weather conditions. So forecasting is essential for timely public health actions. So because citywide meteorological data were missing, so Queen's data were used as a surrogate for NYC uh, to support a reliable PM 2.5 prediction. And the next, here are three research questions. The first one was can air quality index in New York City be forecast at 1 hour, 24 hour, and 7 day horizons? And does adding spatial and meteorological characteristics improve forecasting accuracy? And the last one is which modeling approaches perform best for different forecast horizons. The next slide is on data overview. So basically, for the data, I have used two key data sets. The first one was New York City PM 2.5 historical concentrations data. Uh, I have used this dataset for building AQI only time series models for hourly, daily, and weekly air quality forecasts. And the second dataset I have used in this project um, was Queensboro combined PM 2.5 and meteorological dataset. And this dataset I have used for regression and machine learning models because full meteorological coverage for all NYC boroughs was not available. The important met variables are temperature, relative humidity, wind speed, wind directions, and atmospheric pressure. So the next slide is on the methods overview. So basically, before doing statistical analysis and modeling, at first I cleaned and the data, and then I have filtered the hourly data set for August 2022 to August 2025, and the daily and weekly data was used from 2021 to August 2025. And then I merged PM 2.5 concentrations data and the meteorological data for the Queensboro to prepare a March data set. And then I handled missing value through short interpolation. So the core methodological procedures involved here to building different time series models such as naive, uh, moving average, seasonal naive, ETS, ARIMA, and SARIMA, and machine learning models include linear regression, random forest, and extreme gradient boosting. The metrics I have used here root mean squared error and MAPE and scale score. So the next sections is about forecast results, and the first one is on hourly forecast results. So I've got like best AQ only model was moving average within RMAC nearly 21, and the best machine learning model was extreme gradient boosting with an RMC of approximately 19. So I found that the when meteorological variables added, the machine learning model performed the best, and this shows basically that hourly AQI is highly influenced by rapid weather changes such as like temperature, humidity, and wind. And the next slide is on the daily forecast results. So here I have found based AQNly model. Basically, I found moving average model, but the ARIMA and the SARIMA are too close with the RMAC values. So the based machine learning model I have found for the daily air quality forecast was like random forest with an RMAC 16.55. Again, when I added meteorological parameters, uh, I've got that the accuracy of the models improved. So this basically indicates that daily AQA benefits from including broader daily meteorological patterns. And the next slide is on weekly forecasted results. Again, here I found the best AQ-only model is Sarima, and the within RMSE is 11.48. So in this case, adding meteorology did not improve weekly predictions. So I would say that weekly data is less sensitive to short-term meta fluctuations. So basically, this happened because weekly averaging smooths out meteorological variability that machine learning models normally rely on. So the overall findings on these models were the best models at each time scale, or for hourly it was extreme gradient boost with meteorology, and for daily it was random forest with meteorology, and for weekly it was Serima, and which is AQI only model. So they showed that meteorology improves short-term forecasting but is less useful for weekly predictions. So in this project I had some limitations. The first limitation was that the NYC-wide meteorological data was not available, and the second one was Queen's meteorological data was used as a surrogate for NYC main data, and also Queen's PM 2.5 and main data were taken from two different stations, and they were about 8 miles apart. So these may cause like some spatial mismatch, but I think it is still acceptable for studying general meteorological influences on AQI. So, in conclusion, I would say that meteorological variables significantly improved hourly and daily air quality index forecasts, but the weekly forecasting depended more on seasonal patterns, where basically Sarima performed best, and I found that no single model worked best at all three time scales. So this study showed when meteorology should be included and how forecasting accuracy changes across different horizons. So here are the references and data source links. I mainly used New York City Department of Health NYC Community Year Survey data for my historical PM concentrations data, and for the weather data I mainly used NOAA, National Centers for Environmental Information Global Hourly Integrated Surface data set, and here are a couple of other data set that I went through uh, to finalize the data set. So that's all for today that's all for my presentation. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you so much again.